that I saw. I have the memory of who I saw it with. And this combination of one soul with another soul fills our hearts.
Hello everyone, thanks for watching the show. Hit that subscribe button and like this episode. What is the actual motive behind sister wives Robyn Brown's kids being separated from the first wives and kids? I would adore sitting down and having a chat with Robyn's 5, Maddie Brown Brush added. But is that an occurrence that will take place? To read more, read on. The actual reason Robyn Brown's kids were separated. The truth that Robyn Brown's kids are not close to their other siblings is well known. The OG3 did not take Robyn's 5s, and the sister wives star faked that it was all theirs. Brianna, Dayton, Aurora, Sol, and Ari would all be welcomed into the homes of the original 3 wives. Nonetheless, Robyn made the OG13 knock and walk cautiously, and her house became very unpleasant. In any event, before the move to Flagstaff, there seemed to be some solidarity in the group. The women in Flagstaff are very spread out, while in Las Vegas there was a cul-de-sac where everybody could gather and play. Also, Robyn informed us that Cody's sons had been disrespecting her, so she went out of her way to keep away from her 5, but there was a need for change following the death of Gabe Brown. The original spouses and children were seated on one end of the tomb, while Cody, Robyn, and their 5 were seated on the other. Maddie Brown Brush volunteered to talk with Robyn's kids to their brother Leon Brown. Fans think she cannot apologize if she ever hurts them, even if she wants to. The reason why they did not think Maddie could communicate with Robyn Brown's kids was explained by one Sister Wives fan. She can never do so because Robyn has been educating her children for years now that the original Browns, especially the original 13 children, hate them. Brianna and Aurora have even said that they feel their wives and other children never really accept them. In addition, Cody and Robyn's youngest child, Ari, has stated that she hates Christine Brown Woolley. She couldn't possibly know that she didn't like Cody's ex-wife without being reminded. Robyn's ultimate objective: does Robyn Brown intend to keep the children apart in the end? The fact that everyone stood apart as they bid farewell to Gabe Brown really irritated Sister Wives fans. Maddie Brown Brush feels sorry for the other kids because of this. In addition, how Cody and Robyn acquired their 5 pawns during this entire issue has annoyed viewers. It was disturbing for me to see Robyn's children involved in all the drama that KN and R has brought into their lives. It was just unacceptable to inform them that they never were accepted. Although, yes, individuals do overhear things, etc. Robyn's children are disturbed. As their mother has already instructed them on how to think of everyone, they cannot judge a person based only on their behavior. To one, they observed OG wife's desperation for relationships with Robyn's kids. As the parents and the rest of the family have always shown a desire to remain connected with Robyn's kids, I personally disregarded this criticism. Even as she was leaving, Christine showed her desire for a relationship with them. The kids are generally separated from the parent-child dispute at all times. Robyn is really responsible for her 5 children's estrangement from the family she told them she so badly wanted to be a part of. All of their siblings will have them back though if the children do open their minds. Sister Wives fans praise Gabe as a great guy compared to Cody. Sister Wives fans praise Gabe Brown as a great man compared to Cody Brown. They think that he is a good guy compared to his dad. After the latest Sister Wives episode, fans realized how great Gab's personality is and how good Janelle is at parenting. They also realize, however, that he is a superior guy to Cody could ever hope to be. Episode airs. Gabe Brown passed away last year. Gabe Brown passed away tragically. Everyone was shocked that he killed himself. However, for reasons that seem obvious, Sister Wives halted filming. After the break, they only started airing the episodes they had recorded. Viewers saw Gabe's grandmother laying him to rest. Most of the viewers cried during this dramatic episode. One of the brothers who expressed his feelings freely and candidly was Gabe, and throughout that time he stuck by his mother. Everyone involved struggled through this time, but Gabe stepped up when he did not have to. Gabe is applauded by Sister Wives viewers for being a nice guy compared to Cody. Contrary to his dad, Cody, Gabe is being applauded by his viewers for being an awesome man. Gabe is a gem. Janelle doesn't have to be the Teflon queen with him because he is so kind and gentle. He is so emotionally strong and an awesome guy. He is a person he can count on, so are his mother and other relatives. I don't know whether to label him as a mama's boy because in my world that is often applied negatively. Additionally, he is irrefutably a good son. He is an amazing epitome of a human being, brother, friend, and son. Blue art. Having a Gabe around is a wonderful blessing. His dad would never have been the man he is today. He is such a nice guy. I wish him the best in life and that he continues to prosper. People love Gabe and can't wait to see what he will do next. It seems like Gabe's fans are praising him for every good thing about him. They do, though, credit Gabe's personality to Janelle. Cody had a lot of kids, so he was never around. However, they feel that his son is a much better individual than he could ever hope to be. Since the last time when Gabe stood by his mother through all of it, this has become clear even more. What do you think about this? As for Gabe, do you think the same? Let us know below in your comments. Your views on this issue would be highly valued. A slow and painful split has started to gain ground in a big family that was previously united by a shared religion and several commitments. Once famous for their gigantic eccentric house, the Brown story is currently marked by emotional barriers, lack of communication, and disconnection. The unspoken rift between one wife's children and the rest of the family is at the center of this split. It took years for this family drama to unfold. It did not begin with one blow of argument or betrayal. Instead, it creeped in quietly with whispered criticisms and cold shoulders, with strategic exclusions and increasingly redrawn lines. Individuals who once could laugh together in public spaces have grown up into adults who struggle to even look at each other. The wife who joined the family last has had children who have often been distant from each other. Their actual integration remained elusive. Even though they are previously members of the family with the same titles and expectations, there was a promise of unity right from the start when the family lived in a tight-knit desert village where playing and socializing happened in common backyards. Still, the social connections between the family members weakened as the environment shifted and they relocated to a secluded mountain town. The loss of a much-loved brother whose sudden departure from life opened a raw wound has made the parting more painful. The family's physical presence for his send-off expressed more than mere words ever could. The mom and her children stood on one side. The opposite, though, is that the original wives and children gathered together, not only bound together by blood but by shared grief, silent pain, and experiences as well. One of the original wives' daughters indicated that she wanted to rebuild the strained relationships. She apologized for any unknowing hurt and said to a sibling that she would be glad to sit down with the newest wife's children in an emotional and remorseful conversation. Her feelings were genuine, born of holidays lost, birthdays missed, and a hope to reconnect. Yet miscommunication over the course of years can choke even the most noble intentions. A grim truth has been revealed by some who have watched this family unfold. The narrative told in one household has shaped the perceptions of these children with regard to their broader family. Young hearts are affected by tales, whether true or otherwise misrepresented. Some of these children were supposedly raised to feel that they were outsiders, not welcome to the half-siblings. One of the younger branch's daughters has stated she never did truly feel welcome, and another has stated she detested one of the older mothers, something that would have been difficult to cultivate without suggestion. This emotional divide was not in the children's hearts. They set it down and it grew over the years, nourished by ongoing stories of abuse, exaggerated slights, and parental counsel that prioritize division over unity. It is hard for a house that must be knocked on to enter and where there is tense cautiousness to create sibling bonding and amiability. The unspoken barrier remained in spite of the older wives' assertions that their doors were open and their hearts ready. The olive branch never reached its destination, not because it was insincere. A tainted offering cannot be received. With this story unfolding, numerous family fans have been in shock and disgust. Children are being used as emotional pawns in a larger game. They have indicated a bitter taste has been left by the feeling that these children were told on a daily basis that they were unwanted. Rather than a road, it has made reconciliation into a mountain. There have been constant questions about the motives of the newer wife. What was once seen as a sincere desire to blend in with the family has increasingly begun to look like a wedge-plying method. She managed her children's opinions, kept them loyal, and protected her own emotional history by keeping them separated. The older wives, on the other hand, have often said they wish to maintain connections with all the children, not only their own. One of them emphatically indicated she would always be open to the little ones, even as she stuffed boxes and prepared to begin anew far from the dream life they once shared. Her heart was big. Safety would ever remain there. Still, nothing was different, even if only briefly. The sorrow of losing a cherished brother brought everyone back together. But that moment showed the division rather than the unity. Witness reports and photographs show a distinct division, a quiet declaration of who supported whom. Years of emotional distance are reflected in this physical separation. Stiff greetings and silent judgments had long replaced the ringing laughter from their cold-sacked childhood. Scattered in among the fragments of what used to be the vows of togetherness sworn when the last wife came on board now seem like broken vows. A few still carry a spark of hope despite it all. That vision is kept in the daughter's mind who yearned for communication, for honesty, and for healing. Her willingness to speak out is a small light within an otherwise darkened room. She believes that healing could begin if the younger siblings were ever presented with the chance to see the truth for themselves. Not the tales told to them but the truth of waiting hearts. But hope cannot cure alone. The individual who has maintained her children nearby pushing others away for so long needs to be honest. It takes courage to admit that there are times when the problem is not in what was done but in what was said regarding it. This family's story is convoluted based on hopes of oneness and subjected to human weaknesses. Over time, what began as a vision of unity has turned into an examination of distance. Even if most people still have feelings of love, it will not be easy to reconnect. Children who grew up behind barriers of emotion may find that there are still arms to hug them if they ever choose to climb over the barriers. That their potential need not be determined by the stories they were told. Despite that family being dysfunctional, it still has the potential to reunite. Ultimately, this is a tale of possibilities and not just seclusion. The potential for silence to be broken so misunderstandings may be rectified, that having been kept apart, siblings may finally meet without being filtered through others' pain. Fans have been captivated by one boy in particular in the emotional aftermath of recent developments on the long-running reality show about a massive poly family. A son who revealed himself to be considerably more mature, decent, and down-to-earth than his own dad. Viewers around the world have shown their admiration for one of the siblings' determination, emotional openness, and unwavering attendance while they struggle to absorb the gloom about losing a beloved family member. Through some of the most difficult moments in the series, Gabriel, a young guy whose humble courage and real empathy have spoken so eloquently, is that sibling. While the family patriarch has often been the target of criticism for his volatile behavior, emotional unavailability, and bias, Gabriel has emerged as a loving and truthful man. The type of man that audiences wish the father would have been. Gabriel did not become isolated after hearing about his older brother's terrible fate. Instead, he stepped up to be a pillar of strength, especially to his mother who was struggling with a loss so profound that it was on the verge of consuming her. Instead of focusing only on his own pain, Gabriel channeled his efforts toward comforting those closest to him, going above and beyond in ways no one expected but everyone was grateful for. He seemed much older than his years, from his visit to the family gathering by the grave, his evident melancholy, and his comforting arms around his mother. These raw, sensitive, and very human scenes were fans first discovered Gabriel's real nature. The young man was even eulogized on social media, where people said he was altruistic, sensitive, and emotionally sensitive. One viewer observed, "He's the type of man the father in this tale could never even dream of being." Another commented, "You can just tell his mother taught him well. His heart is so huge. He's a blessing to be around." Message boards, comment sections, and fan sites all had a deep respect for Gabriel's humility and humanity, saying the above. Several viewers even went as far as to say that Gabriel was the symbol of the new masculinity the family required, one founded on empathy and responsibility and not ego and power. The stark contrast between Gabriel and his father was one of the most heart-wrenching lessons learned from the latest episode. Gabriel did the opposite of the father figure who has often favored some family members over others and kept emotional distance from all of them. He went into spaces of discomfort and loss, bringing comfort and not distraction, empathy and not recrimination. His fans believed that Gabriel's relationship with his mother is very insightful into the kind of man he is. Trust, respect, and emotional safety underpin their relationship, which is rare between a father and any one of his children. Gabriel embraces his emotions and employs them to connect with people instead of pushing them away. Other viewers remembered past seasons, reminding us that Gabriel had long shown emotional intelligence and high powers of observation. He didn't seek attention or want to make noise. He simply listened attentively, observed, and offered sage counsel when needed most. He's always possessed a quiet depth, opined one fan. And now, after tragedy, that depth is the rope of salvation to those around him. Gabriel is being championed as an embodiment of empathy and emotional maturity in the broader discussion of what is a good brother, parent, or son. The elder male relative, conversely, is being decried for failing to rise to the challenge, for allowing his own fears and biases erect barriers where they should have been built. Gabriel has built such bridges instead. While others shut their arms, he opened his. He chose feeling instead of control and vulnerability instead of bluster. This is upsetting and also hopeful for most people. It's sad because it reminds the audience of what the head of the family could have been. Optimistic as it shows that another generation is possible, one which made a better decision for the future and learns from past mistakes. As one commentator put it, Gabriel is the light in the darkness left behind. He's the type of fellow this world needs more of. In addition, it becomes clear as the episodes unfold that Gabriel's impact reaches far beyond the television screen. He believes in a kind of emotional courage that slices through the theatrics of the family and addresses something more universal. The resilience of being completely present even as everything else is falling apart. Fans can't help but wait and see what Gabriel will do next. Most people wish his saga continues to be revealed so that his altruism, fearlessness, and unshakable commitment to his loved ones are always remembered in a most respectful light. Most of all, fans are rooting for him because they believe that a person as authentic and down-to-earth as he is deserves a future of love, peace, and acceptance. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, get more updates daily. See you soon.